Hi everyone, Jaymes Mansfield here bringing you yet another video. Oh my god, it is time for the grand finale of the Mansfield Makeup Megaverse. That's right, the multiverse of Mansfield. Yes, now, if I were going to follow the lore of this storyline, I would think after me working at MAC Cosmetics, it probably would have come to a very bad end. I probably would have really taken advantage of that power and I would have been fired. Eventually down the line, I would have pulled something and got fired from MAC. I just know what would have happened. As I'm picking myself back up, I imagine I would be so skilled at exaggerating all of my qualifications and really sugarcoating all of my shortcomings that I would get hired at Ulta. Yes, the next phase of action is get hired at Ulta. So, I'm hired. How am I getting ready for the morning? Where would I be? What would I look like? Well, I'm excited to dive into this idea. Now, I'm thinking to myself, if I was shaving my eyebrows off religiously, my eyebrows would be gone. They're not coming back anymore. They come back in patches, and in that case, you're just better off just taking them all off entirely, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to pretend that my eyebrows are shaved off, so I'll block these out with some Prozade. It's been a minute since I got into drag. I just got back from Milwaukee. I visited my family there, and let me tell you, it was nice just to be out of town for a few days, no drag with me whatsoever. All my luggage is in the backpack. You don't understand what a luxury that is when you're a traveling drag queen. To not have to have a checked bag is such a luxury that I overlook many a time. Also, I flew there on Spirit, so it's like, girl, if you breathing costs extra. It's the only plane that has a direct flight from here to Milwaukee without having to be laid over somewhere like Chicago or Minnesota. So of course I'm just like, yeah, we'll do it, we'll bear it. And it wasn't bad. There was no fights, although my friend Kenny, when he came to visit, Sylvia Nix, he was telling me how on a plane over here from Milwaukee to Las Vegas, there was a girl that vomited right in the aisle as they landed. Like she had gotten wasted before she even got off the plane to Vegas. Like that's impressive. That's a new level of party animal. Well, while we wait for that, let's start our foundation, shall we? Now, I don't think I'd be color correcting anymore. I feel like I'd be over it. If I'm working at Ulta to be fired at MAC, I know I'd be over it. So, we're gonna use our foundation and just throw it on, honestly. Here is where we are in our lives. We are just putting the makeup on now. Farm to table, onto the face. Oh yeah, just blending it in. It's no longer a morning ritual. I am just scraping this onto my face so that I can go to work. Bitter as the day is long. Piling this on like I'm Betty Davis and whatever happened to Baby Jane. Just thinking one day my day will come again, and I'll be the owner of Ulta Incorporated. I'll be Miss Ulta. How the mighty have fallen. I was the district manager at MAC. Now, I'm a sales associate at Ulta. That position of district manager of Ulta would not be far from my grasp because I'd have my eyes set on that. That would be my goal. And I'm getting ready for the morning, making them think I'm a model employee. Making them think I am the nicest queen to ever walk through this place. Making them think every customer loves this person. Set the makeup. Now, I'm just being realistic because I know, given my history and my pattern when it came to working 9 to 5 jobs where I had to answer to a boss, I'd eventually get fired. I don't work well with authority, and I don't like being told what to do. You know, I never liked peer review when it came to art class. I don't like being told what to do when it's comes to anything in life. Hence why I make a living doing YouTube videos and styling hair. I would have become a YouTuber if I liked answering to people. Now, I have to get ready in the morning, so I'm going to be doing some shortcuts. So I'm going to bring back some old faithful techniques that I would have been doing for drag and incorporate them into my look at this point because everything is just collapsing in on itself now. From my drag persona to who I was at MAC to who I even was at Sephora. It's all just collapsing into itself and creating that villain that was in the most recent Flash movie. Everything is just combining together. The multiverses are mashing.
It's a monster mash.
Using my MAC, which would probably be down to the pan at this point because I wouldn't have the gratis anymore and I would not have that employee discount. Oh yeah, we'd be doing this. I'd have a cut cheek. Shortcuts, I'm telling you. Drag techniques incorporated into my everyday life. Completely unnatural. Not to mention, I'd probably bitter the house down because Ultas are all inside strip malls, which means I'm eating nothing but whatever is at the quick grab at Target. You know, Pizza Hut Express is what I'm eating every day for lunch. Like, I'd be there so much they'd know my order. They'd have it set aside special for me. Like, there is your breadsticks and your little small personal size pepperoni pizza and a bag of popcorn. I already know. It would be my go-to. They would know. And they know to have it ready by 12:30. Yeah, everyone at Ulta would think I was the nicest person in the world. But the people that worked the snack counter at Target, they would know the truth. They would know what a monster's brewing underneath this makeup.
They would know the hell I would raise
if that personal size pepperoni pizza was not ready in a timely fashion. Start blocking a little more. Fill in the craters. This has to be the magnum opus of daytime wear makeup for me, okay? Like, I have to look like the most evil one of them all. The most evil final witch you encounter in this franchise, okay? The Belle Dame from Coraline would be my inspiration. Or just a picture of Terry Hatcher. It's kind of the same thing. Lips. What would my lips be? Let's see. For Sephora, I was bright pinup red. You know, ingenue. MAC, full sex bomb. Nude, 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 nude lips. But for Ulta, we gotta get stupid, okay? I think we'd probably do like a bow lip or something. Something that makes absolutely no sense to have on for daytime wear, but lets people know this bitch knows how to do makeup. We would be using blue. We would be using Kiki from Maddie MUA. And I'd have to cover the rest of my lips. Just foundation all over them. Oh yes, I would think I was Clara Bow. And if anyone came up to me and said, oh, you have Lady Gaga's mouth from paparazzi, I would fly into a rage and correct them and let them know that it is Clara Bow, thank you. And give them an entire biography on Clara Bow. Nobody asked for. They're just trying to buy eyeliner. They were just complimenting your lips. Just take the compliment, Jaymes. Oh yeah. It would happen every single time. Like, the employees would know the speech by now. I'd almost go so far as to tie someone down to a chair and force them to watch Be Kind Rewind's It Girl Clara Bow episode, okay? It would get that intense. I'm using Play pigments from Trixie Cosmetics to create my blue lips. I would have to have blue, blue, blue lips. The insanity has reached its peak at this point. Look at her. I'm not okay. I'm not doing okay at all. Alright, I'm gonna clean my lips up and I'll be right back. Alright, I look insane. I look like a frostbit Chicken Little right now. So, it's time to do eyebrows. I have everything all blocked out. Now my eyebrows are shaved. They're never coming back, okay? So, I'm gonna be using Signing Off from the Nighttime Realness palette from Trixie. And we're gonna have two different colored brows. We're definitely gonna be sticking in the realm of blue. I imagine this would change periodically depending on how I felt. Now I'm gonna go for like what I think at that time would be a more masculine brow. Because my idea of looking like a supermodel would probably be long over with. So I'm doing a thicker brow. I'll have like those big checkmark brows I had when we did the season 9 catching up with the queens with me and Valentina. And I had like 2 jumbo Sharpie scrape brows. Ugh, things I look back at and cringe. Like, what was I thinking? Big ol' eyebrows. And will they match? I don't know. Then going in with Daily Double, I'm gonna make the other one a different shade of blue.
Because I'm quirky, okay?
I'm trying to think, what would be some of the things I would think if I was in this position? Like, where would I be in my life? I imagine if I'm doing my makeup every day like this, I'm constantly getting like Lady Gaga or like probably Hunger Games. Like, everyone's probably saying I look like Effie Trinket. And I already thought about it. Like, I know I'd be that person. I'd be like, please don't talk about that. Like, it's really triggering for me. V. Neal stole my entire look for the Hunger Games, and I haven't seen a penny from it. Like, I'd be convinced V. Neal copied me, and I would tell anyone that listened how she somehow saw my MySpace page and copied every look I ever did and made it famous in a blockbuster franchise. Oh yeah, I'd be that person. I'm like, they're always taken from the little guy. I just know I'd be that delusional. Now, I'd probably be getting very crazy experimental with my makeup, so I have here a Baby Bell wrapper like this, and of course I'd probably be eating Baby Bell cheese all the time because, you know, Target be right there. I'm in an Ulta. Chances are it's probably a Target or some kind of department store that's right over there. So that's probably where I'm getting my lunch every single day, and anything to snack on, praying that they have a grocery store inside. So, I'm going to be using Weather Girl, and we're going to get stupid experimental on one side of the face. I haven't done this before, so let's see how it comes out. And if it comes out horrible, I'll lie through my teeth and act like I meant to do that, because that's the person I would be, okay? I'd say, what are you talking about? This is the whole new trend. Have you not seen it on TikTok? Everyone's doing it. Catch up, Louise. I can only imagine the level of delusion I would be on YouTube. Like, I'd probably be insufferable. Oh, it looks like shit. It looks horrible. Oh my god. I meant to do that. Oh, and star swipe. Let's try that over. Experiment with makeup, okay? It's half the fun. We're always growing. It's part of the journey. Good thing I didn't do half my face with it. And star swipe. Alright, and look at that. It's like it never happened. Alright, let's start doing our eyes, shall we? Now, since that didn't work out, I have to figure out who else would I probably be like taking a bunch of stuff from and acting like it was me that created it. I have an idea. Let's see. Let's experiment, shall we? We're gonna go in with cut the cameras. Imagine had that happened if I was doing like a one-on-one makeover. The mortification of it all. The way I would like play it off and act like I meant to do it.
Like, what are you talking about? You look sickening, diva.
That's exactly what we meant to do. I mean, that's essentially what I would do if like I did the tape trick on someone's eyeliner and it came out looking like crap. Like, I totally would like play it off like, what are you talking about? You look amazing. It really opened your eyes up. It's night and day how you look right now. With this gigantic Sharpie wing that's on your eyelid. Let's cut our crease, shall we? Like I said, I would act like I invented makeup. At this point, like, what do I have to lose? Alright, I don't work at MAC anymore. I'm here pulling over a grift at Ulta, trying to become the district manager down the line. So, I'll take some white. This is from Kimchi. The Most Concealer. I almost forgot. If you want to save 15% off at kimchichicbeauty.com, be sure and use my code jaymesmansfield and save a little money. Look at that. Look at the good I do. I got you, girl. Alright, let's cut this crease. Yes. Yes. That is where my crease would fall. That is my illusion crease right now, my completely original crease that I invented. And if anyone else had a crease like this, they copied me. I just love that idea of just like being that delusional where it's like any kind of makeup look that ever became trendy, that came from me. They got that from me. You understand, like the 3,000 friends that I had on MySpace, they were well connected, alright? People were talking. The secrets were being traded without my knowledge. I'm truly the victim here. I'm not okay. I'm gonna do one eye on camera for you folks. So let's do some eyeliner. Oh yeah, there we go. I think my completely original eye makeup would just be like a huge triangle for eyeliner. Yeah, I think that's what it would be. Like completely engulf my eye entirely. That'd be my completely original eye makeup that's never been done before. Let's cut a crease a little bit. Oh yeah, never been done before. You know, I think I might even go even crazier with the under eye. Let's try it. Let's do a little white underneath it too, while we're here, and while the white's still fresh. Just take over the whole eye bag with the white. I'm feeling innovative right now, honestly. I truly do. Okay, that's my completely original eye that's never been done before. That was my creation in this universe of Ulta. If you asked me at Ulta and you thought it looked familiar, it should look familiar because I came up with it, alright? I'm gonna do the second eye off camera and I'll be right back. Welcome back, alright? Now it's time to blush up our face. Our eye makeup is all on. Let's add some color back to this face. Just lots and lots and lots of bright, I think. So bright, the pinkest. This is Kawaii by Manny MUA. I want to look deranged, alright? And I feel like this makeup is just about achieving that. I'll use what's ever left here for my eyes and just dab that on my cheek. Like that. Create a highlight. Oh yeah, we're gonna get severe with this, alright? I want to look like Disney villain. We want Ursula the Sea Witch working at Ulta. Ursula of Ulta. Yes. Okay, let's add some highlight to it. This is MAC NC10. Let's do our nose, alright? We're almost done. The workday's about to start. I have to get dressed soon, so I gotta hurry it up, alright? I spent way too much time on this makeup, as I always would, you know? If I worked at a makeup store, half my time would be spent putting on unnecessary amounts of makeup. Because how else would people know that you know what you're talking about, alright? Like, you have to try the product out. At least that's how I justify it when I spent 25 minutes doing my makeup when I should have been restocking Morphe. Oh, and I'm sure I'd be the victim constantly. Like, anytime I was doing wrong, it was never my fault, okay? It's like that bitch Emily has it out for me. Whoever my manager is. Probably manager Emily. That bitch, she has it out for me. She's just jealous because Erin Parsons once liked one of my photos on Instagram. She can't take it. She can't take me. And speaking of Erin Parsons, she copied me too. Like, I don't think she understands Bailey Sarian once left 5 hearts on one of my makeup looks. Oh, I think we're almost ready for work. Let's just add some contour to the forehead, shall we? Oh yeah, we need forehead contour. Oh, I don't know about you, but I think she's sexy, alright? I have to get dressed for work. I'll be right back, okay? We can start my shift at Ulta. Starting new, starting fresh, starting over again at Ulta. Be right back. Welcome to Ulta. How can I help you today? Oh my god. She's here. She has blue hair. She is pushing the employee dress code to the limit. Welcome to the stage, me, Jaymes Mansfield Ulta employee. This is how I probably look. I'm telling you, I would be there. I completely have cracked. I've cracked. This is where I am. Mentally, I'm not there anymore. All right? I am baby Jane Hudson. I am Norma Desmond. You ask me anything, I invented it. I was the one that created that. I started drag. I started makeup. Okay? That's where I would be mentally. I already know. Like, I'd be so far gone. There's no coming back. You know, the gates are up, the lights are flashing, but that train is not coming. Low-key, I kind of love it. I do look like the final villain. Like, the most crazy Joker, Joaquin Phoenix kind of creation. This is what Joaquin Phoenix thought he was doing. And yes, he copied my look too. Anyone you brought up, anyone that ever made an innovation in makeup, I probably would say Kevin Aquan copied me as well. Well before I even was alive. Honestly, that's where I would be right now. She's getting up in the morning. She is fueled by sugar-free white can Monster mixed with Mio inside of an off-brand pink tumbler she got at Target on her break. Yes, that is where we are right now. Yeah, I think it's kind of funny. I think it's like an amalgamation of any makeup trend that ever happened and any kind of drag trend that kind of happened. Anything that shows off, I know how to do makeup. I know exactly what I'm doing. You should talk to me. And you should maybe consider buying a lip gloss at least. And if somebody leaves without purchasing a thing, I'll stand there at the cash register like a gargoyle, stare at them down and say, "Thanks for not buying anything." Oh, I would be a gargoyle. That would be completely the accurate description of this, all right? I would be slowly but surely just standing there with the sands of time turning into stone. I could see myself standing there in Ulta saying all sorts of nonsense like, yeah, you know, Ulta actually carries far more brands than Sephora. It's honestly probably the more popular store. I used to work at Riley Rose before this, and honestly, this is the best place you could ever work. This is the hottest place in town. Well, I'm sure I have a thick Wisconsin accent at this point. Like, it would boldly be there, okay? It's like, thanks for not buying anything. You want a makeover? Have you heard about Benefit? Honestly, you're gonna love Benefit. It's the hottest thing. It's got the brush inside. You don't know how to do your eyebrows? It's so simple. It's 1, 2, 3. I could show you right now, but you gotta buy something. $50 minimum. And anytime there's a guest makeup artist in town, I'd be standing there like jumping in. That reminds me, story time. I remember a friend of mine was working a gig at Macy's all the way in Chicago, right? At like some high-end like Macy's Nordstrom kind of store. I can't remember. I think it was Nordstrom, but I digress. There was this woman named like Dragana or something, and she was known as like the Snapdragon there in the store. Like everyone knew she was the one that would steal commissions. And when they had like 6 guest makeup artists, they brought in like guest makeup artists to like do makeovers for people as a service. And wouldn't you know, whenever one of them went on break, Dragana would jump in there and act like she was one of the makeup artists they brought in as a special guest. I was watching this, like, it was a people watcher's dream. Just like, I kind of love this woman. Like, the delusion's there. Like, she thinks in her mind, oh, no. I understand they may have worked with, like, Jennifer Lopez or something, but I'm Dragana, all right? I'm going to do this makeup, and I fit right in, honestly. That's essentially the delusion I want. That's the Delulu I hope to live in, and I hope I captured that today. My goodness. But you know what? I'd probably be very happy. I'd be out of my mind, but I'd be happy, you know? I'd be enjoying myself. What do you guys think? I want to know, what is the final stop for you? what would have been like the last stop on the train? Like, you can't mess this up or else, honey, you got nowhere else to go. I want to know. I always love to hear this stuff. Like, I think to myself, like, had I been fired from MAC, and I would have been fired from MAC, I would have worked at Ulta, and I would have been sickening. You know what? I would have been, you know, a little bruised, a little down on my luck, but the evil would still be there. The drive and the desire to rule over people once again would always be brewing. And I'd just be waiting for my moment to strike. I just make it sound like I'm about to blow up Gotham City or something. When all I want to do is just terrorize the break room. Oh my gosh. Now I'd like to take a moment for my Wiglets. Roll it!
And I'd like to give a huge thank you to my Wiglets: Jacob, Ernie, Duke, Just BKZ, Vera, myself, Sponge King, Pearface, Steve, So Many Kitties, JT, Christine, Curtis, Miss Mosey D, Romeo and Juliet, Rose, Dark Curray, Catalina, Miss Lansing, Maureen, Veronica, Molly, Carl, Dolores, Lorenza, Martha, Louise, Harmon, Astro, B-Rex, Matthew, Roger, Tyler, Brian, Margarita, Adam, Samuel, Michael, Becca, Chrissy, Akoni, Jason, JJ, Nisi, Roy, Eliza, Doug, Peach, Miki, CCC, Midnight, Temporal Insanity, Mondo, Fourth Greenery, Kirsten, Paraic, Anita, Bree, Selena, Ricky, Smashly, Brooklyn, Monty, Sarah, Missy, February Roses, Dirkus, Marsha, Darth Patty, Kaylane, Joey, Not Edward Furlong, Myron, and Daniel. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Wiglets. Like, this is me after I snapped, okay? I hope you like it. You better like it.
Buy something.
I would love to give some YouTube super thanks to Howard, thanks Howard, Pee-Pee Pants, Roger, Norman, and Roger again. Thank you so much for the YouTube super thanks. All right, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, see you in the live streams. Bye. Now hit the outro.
Click here and see how I'd look if I was ruling over Mac with an iron fist. Or see how I'd look if I was still working at Sephora. Come on, click it, you know you want to. If you don't click it, you're super lame. So click it.
This pool is nice. Do you think I need buccal fat removal? Quentin Tarantino wanted to see my feet. I was Stifler's mom. They call me a MILF.